rock is dead. That's what they've been saying for 15 years now. And this week, a guy from Vermont who learned guitar in a small town and started posting songs during COVID just became the number one album in America. So either rock is dead or y'all been looking in the wrong place. Who is Noah Kahan really? Well, we know that he grew up in Vermont. He got signed to Republic Records at the age of 17. He's got a lot of folk influence. Posted songs during the quarantine in isolation, built an audience that grew organically, no label, no machine, and Stick Season became a breakthrough hit for him. A song about being left in a small town, and that resonated globally. Time magazine has named him one of the most influential people of 2026. Rolling Stone calls him Gen Z's soft hearted rock star. But here's what Rolling Stone isn't saying. Noah Kahan isn't a pop star who discovered rock and roll. He's a folk artist who went from underground to unavoidable. The industry has no idea what to call him because they stopped paying attention to what is really brewing in the underground and in the regions of the internet that they do not like to go. Let me make this argument. If rock is dead, then why am I seeing bands like No Pressure, Turnstile, Soccer Mommy, and it goes deeper than that? Narrowhead, Modern Color, Soulblind, Trauma Way, Fleshwater, all bands that I've seen within the last, 2 to 3 years. And I'm from a state that literally is known for cornfields. But here's the thing, these aren't legacy acts, these are bands building something right now, just like Noah. For millennials and Gen X crowd, you remember when your parents they try to like put us on to Bruce Springsteen and we were just like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. In hindsight, maybe we were wrong, but we weren't checking for it at the time. Not because it was bad, because it wasn't ours yet. There was no identity for us. But then Dashboard Confessional came along and Bright Eyes and a few others. But to us, they had the emotional weight and spoke the same language that we wanted to hear. And this is the category where I put Noah Khan. I hear the same lineage as all these artists. And no, this guy is not an overnight celebrity. It's not like he just came up out of nowhere. It's been a few years. But his hard work and consistency is for sure paying off right now. He's got a rock hit, 260.5 billion streams in 2025, up from 234 billion streams in 2024. That is a 6.4% growth rate. And rock and roll is allegedly dead. Okay. Listen, an actual rock song cracked the top 40 charts. Something to keep in consideration is that the mainstream is always going to be 3 to 4 years behind what is actually happening in the clubs, in DIY venues, and in your favorite Bandcamp page. I've been collecting records long enough to know that when his genre is dying, what it sounds like, and rock and roll is not dying. The funny thing is, in the hip hop sphere, they're saying the same thing. After Drake and Kendrick, everyone has said, well, it's true what Kendrick said. The party is dying. That's not necessarily true. There's a thing called cycles, and music goes through these cycles, just like fashion goes through these cycles. When I look around and I see the younger folks and they dress into the way that I used to dress back in high school and middle school, it lets you know cycles exist for a reason. They say punk died in 1977, and then grunge showed up in 1991. The underground doesn't stop moving just because radio stops playing it. And the real question about that is who's listening to radio? My collector's bet here is that by 2027, one of the bands that I mentioned, well, they will be headlining big festivals. The underground swell is already here. Noah Khan just cracked the door open. And you've got to remember that before Noah Khan, we had in the punk and hardcore world breakthroughs like, I don't know, this band called Turnstile and another one called Knocked Loose. So, indeed, from my perspective, hey kids, the rock and roll, it ain't going anywhere. And neither should you. But what you should do is check out one of these videos right here.